But you said that there was two rock bottoms.
Yeah, that was with us together.
So
Yeah, man.
did you guys want to talk about that? I mean,
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
like, but in like a sense where, you know, how'd you guys get out of it, or whatever that helped you guys out? Because I know a lot of
we
listeners
are still
that
on
can
the
help
way
people.
out of it. You know what I mean? We're
Okay.
still on our way out of it. So where we are right now, I'll tell you what led up to it is.
Because you guys don't have to get into anything. You guys
Yeah.
don't want
Yeah, no
to.
details.
No need for
I'll give you
details.
enough to understand what's going on. Right now, we have money to do things, but the credit and the rental history is all screwed up, you know? And the reason being is, what's that Samoan word?
I mean,
Fall out love is.
yeah,
You know, we helped out a lot with that at the time,
Yeah.
and
which
With-
that is our duty to
Yeah.
us, Samoan
Yeah.
families. That's
helped
what we
out
do,
a lot.
you know.
And then,
That's that was something that
just
we.
with everything going on, and the family member that was passing away was super close to her, and
Okay.
it hit her hard, and you lost your job at the time.
No, I
Oh, you,
quit.
you quit and went to another job.
Actually, he was like a dad to me.
Yeah.
You know, and
Someone that passed
this
away.
past, yeah.
Okay.
It's my uncle, but
Okay.
he raised us
Raised
after
you.
my dad
Gotcha.
passed.
Gotcha.
And I wasn't even sleeping. Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
just gonna keep it all the way 100. I would get off work, go home, shower, make sure they were okay.
Wow.
Maybe argue with him because he was like, "You need to be home asleep," and I understood where my husband was, but I had to tell him like, family, this is how we do
Yeah.
it, family. So I would go to the hospital, stay there for a couple hours, 2 hours of sleep.
While your
Yeah.
uncle was ill, so
Yeah.
he was ill.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I was
okay.
in the hospital
In
with
the
him. I had
hospital.
to sleep
Yeah,
there.
she was showered over there.
Yeah.
And then
It was just a rotate, no sleep.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? I was
Gotcha.
just going until he passed.
Yeah.
And I was so busy, in my mind, it was, family.
Yeah.
I got to help. I got to. This is what I got to do. But I forgot that I already had my own family.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And just like that, was gone.
Yeah.
You know?
So what happened is she was helping out financially with them. Our bills weren't getting paid, and then I was still keeping it in there.
Yeah.
My check was getting zapped because the courts awarded the demon, the devil,
your first wife.
Yeah.
Child support.
awarded
Yeah.
her more a month than I even make.
Your
So they're
ex-wife.
they're
We'll call her that.
Yeah.
Your ex, okay.
They were just taking half.
The
of whatever,
demon
You can
whatever I
always,
made.
you can always
We'll
mitigate
call her the
that.
demon
Yeah.
devil ex devil
Oh, yeah.
devil
Or
devil
you could just
devil.
call her
say.
the ex-wife.
I feel sorry for her. I don't.
You can
This
always-
demon of a demon now.
Devil X. So anyway,
Because I'm just going off. I'm feeding
Yeah.
off the vibe.
Oh, yeah.
So,
And you picked up perfectly. Literally, you picked up perfectly. But
so anyway, yeah, my check was getting zapped, and then so it was keeping up. But the apartments, they were so cool, man. They were just like, as long as you guys have been here, you were the only family that
Yeah.
always paid on time.
Gotcha.
Everybody goes through this. She goes, everybody is behind, and I'll work with you. They let us go 3 months behind,
Okay.
and still let us stay there. And she went to a new job, and I think you got sick, right?
yeah,
And the new job let her go. So here I am, like,
Back again.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're going off of my
Financially
check. It's
struggling.
Not,
Yeah.
I don't make enough. I do
Gotcha.
not. I said, look, the highest paycheck I'm going to get a week is maybe $300.
yeah.
I said, that's not even the rent.
Right.
And they're just like, there's nothing we could do.
Gotcha.
And I am not going to name the apartment. And she was so cool. She said,
Right.
look, this is how the system works. You can squeeze out another 2.5 months by the way I do the paperwork.
Yeah.
So I will do the paperwork for you like that. I said, I can't do that to you. It's not fair to you. You've been so cool. Go ahead and get a renter in there.
Yeah.
So she said, all right, we're going to do it this way. And you got 20 days or something. Right? Well, they didn't do the 20 days, man. They locked the doors. And we got the day we got the truck, they did it in like 15. We come over there, locks are changed, and they took all our shit. All our shit and dumped it. And one whole day we weren't there. So everything we had was just like gone. And
Yeah.
I said,
Eviction
Where's
kind
our
of
stuff?
eviction style.
yeah.
But
So
the-
we got the eviction,
You got
but
the eviction.
they said you had, like, say the 28th to get out.
Yeah.
And the lady was cool. She said, just stay.
Yeah.
But they came in on like the 21st and took everything. And I'm like, why is it? I go to the office. Why is the door locked? And I guess it was pretty much the other lady
yeah.
or whatever.
It's always the other
just, like,
people in
being
the
a-
office.
being a
There's-
bitch. Like,
yeah.
fuck that. Get all their shit. And I was
Yeah.
like, I know you guys hire companies to take that stuff. Where's that stuff?
Yeah.
I said, I don't think you understand. Like, that's all our stuff. We only have what we're wearing right now, man. They didn't give a damn. It's like,
They don't. Yeah, they don't
damn
give a damn. Yeah.
Yeah. So the dude that took all the stuff, I wrote his name down because I'm gonna kick his ass if I ever find him. He thought it would be funny to get on my laptop because it didn't have a password.
Yeah.
And like Facebook messaged me, "Hey, I have your laptop. Do you at least want that back?" And I said, "I don't care about the laptop, but if there's anything that you want to save money on the weight thrown away, I'd like to come buy some of that stuff." He's like, "Ha ha ha," But he's doing it with his Facebook account,
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, a piece of bad advice: don't do that kind of stuff. But anyway, you know what I mean. So there it was, and I'm just like, shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was just
That's some fucked up
bad.
shit, bro.
It's fucked. To me, I think we could have made better decisions to stay out of it.
Yeah.
Like,
but that's
come to the
life.
point, with the Five Love is just kind of say, hey, I
You know
get
what?
it, I can help, but I can't let my immediate family suffer.
You know
'Cause
what?
when this is done, we still gotta live. We're still alive and going,
Yeah.
And it didn't work out that way. So, and then me, I just like, you know what? My folks got their own thing going on. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So it was just a matter of trying to, hey, we got an eviction. Here's a story.
Yeah.
Some people are cool. Some are not, but they're just like, you gotta have it fully paid off, and it's like 3 years or some crazy stuff like that. And I'm just like, all right, well, let's put in our 3 years, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Did you get your shit back?
no, you get nothing back.
Motherfucker.
All of it gone.
Damn.
All of it. Beds, couches, TVs. They just got a whole
My 49ers jersey too. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, we're
I
not
was
worried
just
about
like,
that, but but dang, everything else.
Yeah, they got everything, man. And
Man, I
Hey,
can't- yeah, it hurts my heart.
because we've been there before, that was just kind of like all right, well, that's gone. All right, let's move forward. What are we going to do now? And then that's pretty much all we did.
Man, your story is awesome, man. Both of you guys' story. There's a lot of people that probably been through that shit, the same shit.
I'm still going through
Yeah.
it.
Like I didn't get my shit like taken like that or locked up, but we got evicted.
Yeah.
A couple evictions, having to live with family members.
Yeah.
We all do that, At one point we were homeless. I was living in my car,
Yeah.
But the story you guys, I mean, man, yeah, that's painful. How did you guys get through it?
I'm still going through it.
Okay.
But like I said, we've been down before.
Yeah.
And
How recent, I should say.
shoot. This happened last year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
This was last year.
Yeah, he passed away in April, right? April?
Yeah. And we went homeless in May. And
Wow.
then I went into the hospital in June.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like stuff back to back to
Yeah.
back.
Hey, you know what is crazy though? Like I should probably stop saying devil. Is out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
The evil devil was like,
Oh, it's the kids.
yeah. Now because of the kids, we just found this out recently.
Mm-hmm.
The kids pretty much, kind of told her off and said, we know what how much money you're taking from our dad,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden she just became cool and said, I'm going to stop the child support, but can we agree to this amount?
Make some kind of payment
Yeah,
arrangements.
And I was like,
Wow.
if you're asking me if I want to do that, yes, but I want it in
I want it writing.
writing.
Okay.
But
Got a CYA or cover your ass.
yeah, but it stopped. My boss got that notice and said, I got a notice to stop collecting. I said, how much? He said, all of it.
Oh, nice.
And I was like,
Oh,
so
that's
next week I get a full paycheck. He's like, yeah. And I was like, all right. So it was just like 2 free weeks. I'm like, she's good.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stack it because she's going to come back, right? Later she says, all right, can we at least agree to this amount? That would really help out. That'll give the boys this, blah, 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 blah. And you pay for their school lunches. And I'm like, I'll do that every week. There's no problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I said. And it's just been that way. It's kind of stayed that way. And the whole time, me and her were just so confused,
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's this girl that just did everything she can, and ever since we've been apart, to just make my life miserable. Just became cool. And then, I think, was it you that asked the boys?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys ever tell your mom about our situation?
Well, yeah, you know how us Samoans were like, oh, don't tell people our situation. We don't want, people to
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And so the boys looked, sad, and they were like, well, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
we had to tell our mom because look
Yeah.
where you guys are at. And I got on the phone. I'm crying. I said, I said, you know what? If it weren't for our kids, we'd be on the streets. Like, just real talk, And he was like, why? What's going on? I said, my kids just told me what happened. And, we just got through telling them, like, don't tell them what's going on, like, keep that between us.
Yeah.
So I am grateful for the kids. God bless them.
Yeah, so, like, half my check would get strike down. Even if I made overtime, that's how much they awarded her. It was just crazy. But she had this kick-ass job that she doesn't even need it. She just did it to be... It was just whatever changed her mind at that time. I didn't complain. I never asked why. I don't want to know why. But at the same time, she's like, now's your chance to be cool with her. And I'm like, hell
cordial,
no. Because
Let
my
bygones
history
be
is...
bygones and-
My history
move
is
forward.
you're bad.
Mm-hmm.
I said, this is working now. I'm going to keep it here. And I don't want to try to make it any better or any worse. This is working, and I want to leave it at that. Because every other time we try to get along. But anyway, I said, you got your life. I'm not bothering you. The kids are happy. We're good.
Yeah.
We'll keep it at that,
Maybe it's like I was saying earlier, whether you call it the universe or you call it karma, blessings from God. What you put out, the good shit you put out, it'll come back.
Come back, yeah, absolutely.
So I can tell from your story about you reverting back to the good things, getting the band started. Now you're helping people out, like people like me, saying, hey, Han, you want a DJ over here? All these other Samoan DJs. And not only that, I'm pretty sure, the vibes you push out is helping out a lot of people. Like today, like this podcast.
Yeah.
So I think that's, to me personally, you guys are getting those good vibes back.
Yeah.
Blessings, man.
Yeah.
There's blessings, and
yeah.
your kids too. Your kids, the good shit you're doing for your kids, your children. I mean, damn, it's just coming right back to you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was the other thing with the boys. With the, I always tell them, I was like, keep your life going in a good path. I was like, you don't have to be a bad person to end up in a bad place. There was a point where we were staying out in Fife because it was cheap. And Fife, man,
It's like the
if
worst
you live
place.
in the hood and you in a 206, you in a 253, you live in the hood, you ain't shit. Okay, go stay in Fife. I would always be on Twitter. I call it Gotham. Gotham's just a bad city. Fife is horrible. Fife is horrible, man. We're sitting there and this is like just crackheads. It's just crackheads, prostitutes, and drug dealers.
Yeah.
And then there's us, a regular family, just living in a room, and I'm just like, they see me, they're just like, what up, big Oos? First they try to scare us. I just tell straight up, man, I said, you out here hoeing, you out here making money. I said, I'm out here ready to kill every single one of you to protect my family, so try it. And they're just like, oh, sorry, big Oos. Sorry, big Oos. It got to the point where they were all like,
we were like the security of the property. Literally. We were like, what you doing over here? No, you need to go.
They were protecting our cars, watching our room. Hey man, I was watching. You was at work. I know you was at work. I was like, all right, hey man, get the fuck out of here. And they were like, okay, man. But yeah, they were cool, man. I mean, they were cool. It was funny. It was just funny.
Here's
and
how
every
bad.
night it was like funniest stuff. I wish you guys could. It was fun to watch. Like we didn't watch TV. We go outside.
When
You
you
just
got
open the
stuff like that,
doors.
you don't need it. Yeah.
But
you got cops coming up, drawing guns, and we're just like, ooh, what's going on down
they'll
there?
bypass us and they'd be like, have a nice night. We got to go over here to this room. But this is how bad our situation was when we literally hit rock bottom again.
Yeah.
He paid the room, where we were staying. And now we have our 4-year-old and our other 14-year-old.
Yeah.
And we're just confused, like, how are we going to get food?
Yeah.
Luckily, praise God, there was people there, the couple. They would say, hey, we made some food. We just grilled some food. You guys want some? And we're like, thank God,
Yeah.
Or one of the workers up front, she's like, here's $100. Go get you guys something to eat. I was like, thank
And
God.
know who's crazy is at one point we the people that were there, like everybody there was in our same situation. One bad choice landed them in a stupid spot,
Yeah.
and they're just like, we can't get a place because we got an eviction.
Yeah.
But it got to the point, man, where we was having like,
we,
it was like a family barbecue out there. We're all just chilling, bringing the chairs outside. And in Fife, when it's like rush hour, the cars don't move.
Oh yeah.
And they're just looking at us, and I'm just like, smoking cigarettes, drinking whatever we're doing out there, and I just kind of looked around laughing. I was like,
is that where you guys are at now?
No, we're not there right now.
No, praise God. That's not where we're at.
So you guys got the hell out of there.
We did.
Yeah.
Like the beginning of the year, we ended up moving because I told him, I said, hey, there's a place right here where they have a stove, like we can cook food.
Gotcha.
He was like, all right, let's go. So it was cool in the beginning up until we left. Like they started overcharging. It just felt like they were getting over on us, and he was like, man,
it's pretty much like a studio apartment, but it was just me, her, and a boy. It was a little boy,
But he kept saying, like, it feels like every time we get ahead, we get knocked back 10 steps back. You know what I mean? So I was like, damn. So by the grace of God, his parents were like, hey, we don't want you guys there. We know what's going on around in the here in Washington. Come. And I said, I'm going, like, let's go.
I was gonna say no, I was like, no, we shouldn't. But she just kind of sat there and she was like, "Your parents really want us there, And
you have a 4-year-old.
Yeah. So you know what? And it was crazy because we go back, and it was kind of like everything was meant to happen that way. Because it's been years, like literally over 20 years before I was ever able to do anything for my parents.
Gotcha.
I joke around and call myself the black sheep.
No.
But, one stupid thing in my life, and it was, this is where I'm meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had it, man. I was like, man, I was going to build my own business and everything. And it all fell apart. And I was like, I guess I'm just supposed to be selling dope and doing stupid stuff, And, like even seeing everybody, advance and they're doing well, I was just always hustling and grinding and just getting by every single time. Everybody's going over here on trips. I can't go because I don't have enough. But
you guys,
we only been back there, man, maybe a month and a half or so.
Yeah. How's it feel though?
It's good, but it's just because, man, since I've been there, I'm like fixing their sinks and toilets and fixing all this stuff, And my dad's like, "Oh, the fence outside. I got you. I go fix it. I go fix that." He's like, "Oh, can you go get?" And we're doing all this stuff for him, and you know what?
You're helping them.
Yeah, you don't understand how good it feels.
Right,
it
feels good.
Not understand.
Yeah. You're helping them help you.
I've always just avoided them.
Yeah.
I've always but they're old.
Yeah, man.
And I'm sitting there and just what was it like when they wanted to go to the church bingo, and then my mom's like, "Oh, I go pay my $5."
I be getting on him. I be like, "Give her some. Mom and Dad needs this. Hand it over." And he was like, "Okay, yeah, sure." Because I told him, if my parents were still alive, I would hope you'd do the same for mine. You know what I mean? Because that's just how we are.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Well, I appreciate you doing it." I said, "Your parents or my parents, whether you like it or not, whether I'm an in-law or not, they're my parents. Whatever they want, they get."
Just like little things, man. Just if my mom's trying to take the trash out, As a kid, I used to sit there like, "Oh, please don't ask me to take it. Please don't." I'm the only boy. Of course, I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
We'd be excited to take the trash.
Hopefully, mom just needs to go outside this time. But now I see it, I'm like, "Oh, I got it." I sit down, mom, and she's just like, no, don't touch it yet. Let me dump all that. I got it. And I'm like happy to do it. It feels good to do it. Because I haven't done anything for them in years, and they've always been the one helping me. Yeah. And there was a point where I just sat there and said, man, my mom and dad will give me anything I ask them for.
Yeah.
And they're in a spot to help me if needed. But I don't ask them for anything. I said, and they've been able to do that all my life. I said, I wasn't able to do that for my kids. I'm fucking up somewhere, So just in this last year, I told her, I said, we're fucking up somewhere because we can't do for them what our parents were able to do for us. I said, there's something missing here. We got to figure that out. So, then when they were saying, you moving here is going to help us, to help me pay this because, I think he probably because we had a lot of deaths in the family last year. So I think debt was built up from that.
Yeah.
And I just told him, I said, you know what?
Yeah.
I told my wife, I was like, however long they want us to stay, I don't mind if you don't mind. Because I kind of like helping them. And she's just like, I ain't leaving until they're good. Until they say
I love it.
we're rich, we're not leaving.
I can't, you
I
know,
love
like
it. You know,
they're literally just like, you know, they're my blood. You know what I mean? If I could do this for if I had $1 million, I would give them the world. You know what I mean? Like whatever they want, I would give it to them. Mm-hmm. And I told them I would hope you'd do the same if it were my parents.
You know, if I was going back because I didn't have enough to make it, I'd feel bad. I'd be like, hell, my pride would get in the way. Mm. But I know I don't have to be there, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my being there is helping them, and it's just a good feeling. I haven't been able to give anything back to them since I was literally 21. And I'm 32 now.
Mm-hmm. You wish.
I was like, wait a minute. Hold on. I know you're.
Now I might be 32, but you, on the other hand.
No, I love that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no,
it's
a couple of years far. No, I'm just kidding.
Like you said, you know, it's just like everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, and I believe that's it. Put you back, because last episode, you know, you guys listened to the last episode.
Yeah.
And I was talking about Tala's dad passing away.
Yeah.
And when I'm hearing your story, you're there with your parents, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Like, my parents passed. Right. So you just said yours passed.
Gone.
We just had Tala's dad, you know, pass. And everything in life, whether it's fucking money, you know, all the shit you lost, you know, in the apartments, the kite, all that shit you couldn't get back. Like, none of that shit matters when it comes to, like, your loved ones. You know, like us, like here right now, like just talking right here, but especially your loved ones, your children, your parents. So to me, when I heard that, when you said that, I was like, fuck. Yeah, it did happen for a reason, man. Yeah. It's that time where saying, cherish these moments with your parents, and like you feel good, like helping your mom, you know, do stuff like take out the garbage, like you were just saying, when you're a kid. But now, like, man, to me that's amazing, Moose. That, and like pride, that has nothing to do with it. Like you were saying, like if my young back then, but my pride now, it's not even about that. Yeah, we all been through that, living with our parents. Before we moved to this apartment, we stayed 3 years with my family. Yeah, living together in the same house, just because financially we were struggling.
Because we hit rock bottom.
We hit rock bottom.
Evicted. Yeah. We couldn't get in anywhere. Our credits were shit.
Yeah. So listening to your stories, like, you guys have the perfect opportunity to be with your parents, to help each other out, and to save money.
To help you out.
Right. Yeah. While you're learning through the Growing Samoan podcast.
While you're learning.
While you're learning.
I'll learn.
It's okay, sis.
It's okay. But you know what's crazy? Yeah. For his parents, whether it's just only $50 that I have, I will lend it over. Like, money to me, especially when it comes to them, is nothing.
I love that.
I will give it to them.
I know. She went to that little church bingo with my mom last night.
She was lucky?
Like, I won $50.
You won 50?
Like, well, I already know you gave it to him.
You bingo on a straight line?
I gave it to your mom and your...
No, blackout.
Ooh, the blackout.
Survival.
I can't play bingos.
No, but twice.
Me neither.
I've been wanting to shoot myself.
No,
like I said, savers, spenders, non-bingo players, bingo players.
Okay, well, maybe.
You know what I do when I see a slot machine?
He plays a penny.
30 minutes of my life gone. Especially that was an hour and a half.
EQC, you know how they say 2 hours you play, you get to get a comp, right? Mm-hmm. He'll literally spend 2 hours on one machine. Yeah. 1 penny.
Oh, that's me. I got that on lockdown too.
My husband's got it timed. So if you use your card, it takes 15 seconds the interval before you have to,
because they changed everything now.
So that way it still counts that you're playing.
Yeah.
My husband will sit there and literally 15 seconds press, and I'm over there like,
so you got to press before 15.
So you basically, like, you play and then you count 15. Well, I have my timer on my phone.
Yeah, he does.
I even put my timer out.
God, it's so bad.
Because I'm trying to get that $20 cup to get my, what's the special
Is it 20
dinner?
or 25?
20 at the small one.
At the small one.
Oh,
at the hotel. The one in 5.
25.
Oh.
Yeah, so the big one.
The big one is time, right?
And EQC, by the way, is Emerald Queen Casino.
It's a casino, man.
Casino. So.
Where these Native Americans, man, they taking
They
all
set
of
us
our
up,
money.
man.
It's the house of the devil. Be the devil.
Right.
Devil,
And if you're a
everything's a
poly that lives next to a casino or a bingo hall, yeah. Here in
Also,
Washington, it's
if-
bad.
God bless your soul.
If you're
Very-
a poly and you lose all your money, don't ask polys you don't know for some money.
For real.
It's a real thing, and
It is real.
Right.
If
It
you
is
lose,
real.
go
Don't-
home.
It
Just
is.
go home.
It is.
they'll look at me and I'm like, I'm not gonna ask him, but I'm gonna ask the wife because she looks nicer.
It does.
She's
it,
not nicer.
It does happen. It more often than you know.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean-
Like, this is a financial, education. That's
Yeah.
good financial education.
Yeah.
Stop begging people.
Yeah.
I mean, if
But
Take
you're,
your ass on.
yeah. What
Or
I
don't
do-
expect from others.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What you lose, that's your problem.
What I do is if I'm sitting next to somebody and let's say I hit big, and I've been talking to this old Filipino lady or this old Mexican guy or whoever it is that's sitting next to me for this long time, I will, when I get cash out, I will give them like $5.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's good juju.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it. But it's like this, we've been sitting there for like a couple of hours, like pressing these buttons, and we're maintaining, and it's good convo or whatever. And I'm like, oh, hey, I hit a bonus, whatever. I'm like, okay, here's $5. It's
You're
just
better
like,
than me,
"Oh,
sis."
Thank you.
Way better. I'll give him all my money. Like his parents, I'm like, here, take the whole $100. Here's the whole $50.
Well, that's our
Yeah.
parents. Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
Like if that was my sister or anybody, the rules apply different. But I mean, to strangers,
Yeah.
that
She just
you,
means strangers on the next
Oh,
video.
yeah.
Strangers,
yeah,
yeah.
that
I get
may
that.
be someone or may not be someone. But I think it's good juju, especially because you guys have been like they're cheering for you or you're
Yeah.
cheering for them.
The golden rule when you go out bingo, if you win, you gotta split it up with your family that's there. Even people that you see.
Okay, I am a
That's the
Sam-
Samoan
I am-
I think you split it with the people
unwritten-
that would split with you.
unwritten rule.
Well, here, okay, so I have to be honest. I am that poly that's guilty of if I'm at the bingo hall and whatever the payout is, $500, $750, and if I bingo, whoever is with me, I am throwing my paper at them and telling them to bingo. Especially if I know my families are all around me.
Oh yeah. So you can collect your money.
Right. I am that kind of Samoan.
Oh, that's
I would.
That's
Heck
Yeah.
yeah. That's,
Especially
that's
'cause-
nothing wrong with that.
Especially because most of everybody in there either knows my mom or my dad or me or somebody, and I'm just like, oh my god, I got bingo. They're like, yeah, I'm like, here, yell bingo, and they're like, did you just yell bingo?
So that's another tip. That's a great tip for
Good
all you
tip
bingo
for y'all.
players out there who don't want to split up your money because you got some bills you trying to pay off. Give it to your Filipino friend that you bring to the bingo hall. Tell them to go bingo.
Yeah.
But-
As sad as it may sound, sometimes it is that way. I am. I
Bring
am
a friend
person
you're not
that's
going to talk
guilty.
to the whole time.
So, I love you guys' story. What I want to talk about is your podcast. Let's talk a little bit about your podcast, and then we'll read the comment. We'll read a viewer's comment,
Oh, okay.
and then we'll go on from there.
Yeah, I mean,
What you got going on in mind, bro?
I don't really have anything in mind. I just love listening to podcasts. I love what we're doing right here.
Yeah.
Been interviewed on some other ones, and I was like, man, I want one of my own.
Okay.
What it would be about, what I do, I don't know. I just really want to, like, anybody doing something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how I'm talking to you.
Okay.
Come on the podcast. Tell me your
Gotcha.
story. You know what I mean? Somebody might relate to you. You might help somebody. I mean,
Yeah.
not even might, you will. Any little outlet like this that happens, somebody, it affects somebody.
Yeah.
You would always laugh in
Yeah.
the beginning, and you're like, to all our listeners, 2 listeners out
Yeah.
there, you would laugh, and I thought it was funny. 'Cause
Oh,
I'm like,
No,
shit.
we would.
I wanted to,
Crack up.
but by the time I got to it, there was way more than 2 listeners. You know what I mean?
I forgot about the two.
But-
No,
It
we
was
used to say that all the
Yeah.
time because we would we didn't
That
know
was funny.
where we would get,
Yeah. But it doesn't matter. Like, it as small as you think it is, it's going to resonate with somebody.
Yeah.
True
You know
story.
what I'm saying?
True story. The day I put out our first podcast, and I was talking about the 2 listeners, just joking around.
Yeah.
My niece, she texted me, and she was because I first shot it out to my family members.
Yeah.
Like, hey, check out my new podcast. And my niece, she texted me back like, OMG, Uncle, me and her husband at the time, we're cracking up so fucking hard right now because we're literally like your first two.
Yeah, no. When you guys were saying that, I was like really wishing I was one of the 2 listeners. You have no idea. I was like, fuck, man. I wish I knew about it before it even happened, so I could have put a comment. I'm one of the 2 listeners. Suckers, they talking about me right now. But yeah, it was cool. Like, but you say 2 listeners, but by the time I got hip to it, you guys had comments. Yeah, comments.
Yeah, we got reviews, comments, and that's what it is. If you're watching a YouTube channel, growing Samoan, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, we're encouraging people to put comments of things that they want to learn more. Or what do you want to hear more about? Is there something that we need to touch up on?
It's all about growing. Mm-hmm. Like we started off with 2 listeners, and it's gonna keep growing and growing. Yeah. But
and I was jealous I wasn't one of them.
But check this out. I mean, you're the first married couple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
We're the first married couple.
And, let's give her congratulations for that. Hey. So you guys are the very first.
Y'all don't understand the struggle
here
of having Samoan wives that don't look like they're Samoan.
Yeah.
It's not really a struggle.
They don't understand. Yeah.
You know, because I don't speak Samoan and she does. It'd be funny.
That's what cracks us up right now because we may not look Samoan, but I think we're more Samoan.
They'd be like, why the guy that look like he's Samoan from 1857? Yeah. He's not talking to me.
Same here.
People come up and they be like, I'm not teasing our people, but they be like, ooga booga ooga booga. Yeah. And I'm just like, and she'll reply. Yeah. And then tell them in Samoan, oh, you don't speak Samoan. And then they be like, oh, that's okay. Mm-hmm. Right. Can you speak English to me now? And they turn right back around, still speaking Samoan to me. I'm like, and you know what she told me? She said, don't tell them you don't speak Samoan. That's rude. I said, what am I supposed to do? She said, just nod and smile at him. I said, hell no. You just make me look like a tourist. Like, yeah.
I did that. I did that the same thing. I asked her, and she said, I don't know. And I said, well, how do how do I say? And then she taught me how to say, I said, oh, lokama elele lo fa Samoan. And I started,
And most of them
but she had to teach me how to say that. And I'd be like, oh, elele lo fa Samoan.
Yeah, and then they'll start talking English.
But here's a funny story. I did that to a older gentleman at church, Samoan guy. And I told him, I'm sorry, elele lo fa Samoan. And he said, lele lo fa Samoan. And I was like,
you're speaking it right now.
Yeah.
You just because you just said a whole sentence and they're like, no, pipelo.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
you're just kidding.
You just say a whole sentence and then keep going as to why you don't speak Samoan.
And that's what they want.
Yeah.
They want you to explain why you don't speak Samoan. Yeah. So I have to sit there and explain why he doesn't speak Samoan. And they go, well, how do you know how to speak Samoan? Yeah. And then I would just joke around and say, I closed my eyes and I had a dream. And they're like, oh, kalamoy. I was like, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No. But I had to learn through her. And then I started, it's crazy because I found a YouTube channel of a missionary.
Missionary.
Boy or Doi, what is it?
No, this guy is a Mormon, but he has his own YouTube page where it's all about the ABCs, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I thought you were talking about the dude that
No, I know you guys are talking about.
Speaks like he's the oldest brother in the group or something.
Yeah.
Well, there's one on Facebook that has his own page.
Yeah.
Palangi boy.
Yeah, he's funny. I like that guy.
Yeah. Oh, so that's not
Jeremy. Come on, Jeremy.
Yeah, come on, Jeremy.
Maloli Jeremy, if you're watching this, also. Hey.
Wait a minute.
Jeremy.
Is this the one where the Samoan guy opened the door? And then he was like, oh, yeah, so
I see that
one.
Or the, when they did the Kao Loco, the Mekao Loco.
He said something like, you speak better Samoan than you.
Yeah, that one was, oh my God, that had me cracking up. He was like.
I had a cousin like that. I think he was adopted, but he was Hawaii. What's that? Was it Polynesian Cultural Center?
The PCC?
Yeah. And he was just blonde hair, blue eye.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there, and he's just speaking Samoan. Even his English was bad, and I was just staring at him like,
yeah.
What the hell?
So
he's speaking to me. I'm like, oh, I don't speak Samoan.
So there's a link. Now we were talking about that. I'm going to put this link at the bottom of the YouTube channel. His name is Colin Byrne, and he's a missionary. But this is the thing. Like, we're not Mormons, right? But they teach the Fa Samoa to their missionaries before they send them out to the islands. So there's nobody who teaches that in our culture,
right,
like that, like educational style. Right? So I had to learn from him and through my wife, and then just by conversating, listen to Samoan music and stuff like that, and like Jeremy,
teacher.
Listen to his page.
Right.
I'm a horrible teacher. I'm
But
so sorry.
I'll put that at the link because it helped me out a lot.
Yeah.
Like the dude, he has it from step one all the way to everything. It's pretty cool. Like, you just gotta, educate yourself about it yourself. But I'll put that at the link.
I'll definitely look into it.
Yeah,
She's been teaching me.
There's different ways. Like one word can mean like 3 different things.
Exactly.
It's the way you say it or you drag it or and I'm just like, it's so hard.
Just like the first time I ever had a part in my dad's church, Samoan church, the Christmas play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And whatever I was saying, I said it wrong, so I was saying donkey.
Yeah.
I don't know what the word is.
Say it.
Huh?
Do you remember your milk?
What's how you say donkey in Samoan?
I don't know how you say it. It's like,
I know.
Oh, the word it was.
Yeah, it my parents said whatever. However, I was saying it, you're saying donkey or just some kind of horse.
No.
But whatever, and I would pronounce it wrong.
Remember.
And it said once you pronounce it this way, it means this. But if you pronounce the same word this way,
I know.
Right. Yeah.
Like was it like tama or tama?
Yeah.
It means 2 different things.
Yeah.
And I didn't know, so I'm over there. Well, I don't know, and I'm just saying it wrong, and they all started laughing. I'm like,
Yeah.
that was my experience with Samoan churches, is just getting laughed at all the time.
Yeah.
The little Palangi kid, and then they say, oh, he don't speak Samoan. All of a sudden they're
I was
all,
right. I've seen
Hey,
you.
probably just say, hey,
Yeah.
you got dirty underwear? I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Nod and smile. That's why when she told me that, I said no. I used to do that as a kid, and when she did start teaching me, she would she'll say something, right, and then the cadence would change.
Yeah.
And I start getting pissed, and she was like, "No, I'm just trying to tell." I was like, "No, I remember that cadence when I was young. That's the cadence they would speak in when they were making fun of me." And I would really get mad. I was like, "Don't talk to me like that." She's like, "No, I'm just trying to tell you." So for her, she would say, like, repeat this. That's a bottle of water. And then you're trying to. That's a bottle of water. Like, bottle of water. And then once I hear that, I'm like, "You talking shit to me?" I said, "Don't talk to me like that." Yeah. I said, "I know you're talking shit to me."
Maybe they might have said, "How
am I talking shit to you? I'm saying the same words." I'm like,
but
it's your tone.
But definitely, like, talking with your wife, and check out that YouTube link. I'll put it's a trip.
Because of her, I can understand a whole lot more. I can pick it apart now.
It helps us because our kids don't understand Samoan.
Yeah.
So when we need to talk secret talk.
Oh yeah.
But like or you can do like my cousin. He put the bowl out and he had all his kids only speak in Fa Samoa in their household, or else they're gonna have to put like a quarter in that bowl.
Oh wow, that's pretty neat.
Yeah. Or you just you gotta just speak Fa Samoa in your house whenever you can. But like it's different. I can understand where law come from. Same like me.
Yeah, he's
my mom and dad straight from Samoa. But they never, just like your pops, same thing. I think they felt like if they live here in America, they have to teach their kids only the American way, the American language, even at home, because they don't want them to feel embarrassed like they were probably while they were, coming out here straight from the islands.
So I have a question. So your parents only spoke to you guys in English?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to each other in Samoan, so we never
understood what exactly. Same, same here, same thing.
I think that's probably why it was different for me. Why I
because you two,
because my parents didn't speak real good English, and I didn't have a choice. And if I spoke English, I would get.
No, our first language was English. So when I went to Samoa, my grandfather would say, no falalo'i. And then he would ask me questions in Samoan, like any normal Samoan or
So you had
father.
to
he would
learn.
say, "Oi na faia oe."
Yeah.
Those are the first, sentences that I learned in Samoan. So
Yeah.
he would say,
Well,
"Yeah,
yeah,
this is
soup.
the answer."
Did you
Yeah.
learn? Gigi.
Kala pesto.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
I like it a lot.
Yes.
You know, yeah, man. I still learning too, but it like you said, like me, I'm starting to understand. I can understand a lot more.
Oh yeah.
Even just understanding, and then rather than speaking, but that's real life though. That's real talk. You're not the Growing Samoan podcast, like growing Samoan or growing Samoan. There's a difference, Samoan or Samoan.
Growing Samoan.
We grew up. That's how we grew up.
Right.
That's
I
how
grew
me
up.
and
I grew up Samoan.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to
we grew up
learn
Samoan,
to be a
not
Samoan.
Samoan.
Yeah.
You guys are American Samoans.
Yeah,
We're American Samoans.
I know.
But me, I admire, the American, like, Samoan people that were born and raised in America. Like, even though you guys don't speak it, you still love the culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You still
Yeah,
care.
man. That was my thing. Like in my 20s and just like late teens, man. Even though we don't speak Samoan, we love being Samoan. We love the fact that we were Samoan. And a lot of the Samoans out here, especially, man, a lot of were coming from Samoa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And for me, it was cool because being in the military, you don't see any Samoans. Maybe one family in one base.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Until we got here, this was the biggest community of Samoans. And it was like, wow, these people know what a Samoan is because they are. The rest don't even, what the hell is that? It's like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I just know I am.
You have to go to a map.
Yeah.
You see this? I'm from here.
That's what my mom and dad are. So I'm
I
Samoan
was
too.
born here.
But, I would always try to connect with them when they come out. I'm like, hey, what's up? We didn't say oos back then.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what the hell we called each other.
Bro.
Huh?
Bro.
No. I'm going to say what's up, oos, 'cause that's what I'm saying now. But I see a Samoan. Oh, what's up, oos? And then I knew what it sounded like. They'll say, what village you from?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I didn't grow up in Samoa. I grew up out here.
Yeah.
And then what? And I said, oh, I don't speak Samoan. And then they get pissed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you straight up, man, I was always fighting Samoans from Samoa, man. And they never lost. Oh, boy, that's how I did. I'm just saying. But I'm saying, I hated it. I was so excited to see another Samoan.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, hey, because I always thought, oh, this guy's going to teach me more about,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who I am, why I'm not like everybody else out here.
They were probably some of them were offended that we don't. But you
Yeah,
can't
no,
blame
that's
the
what
kids.
it was. They thought
You
they
gotta
thought I was just trying to
feel
fake the
mellow.
funk. Yeah, just, oh, look at this guy. He's just trying to come out here and be some melody guy or whatever,
Yeah.
I was like, no, man, that's the way I am.
Mm-hmm.
To them, they thought I was just a little
Yeah.
wannabe buster that's... You know what I mean?
Not like the ones
they were
like,
saying
I'm
they're
not
like
trying to be
maybe-
someone.
It's
I'm
kind
trying
of.
yeah.
It's kind of
Fia palami, fia
hard.
mu,
Fia
that's
palami.
all they called me.
It's kind of hard to try to understand it because we know coming from our side, but we gotta ask somebody who came from the rock.
Yeah.
Why you guys, once you can communicate with them and get an understanding from them.
Yeah.
Because it's a different world from living on the island. And you can just imagine they speak no English. They come here and what's going through their brains, what the life, how their mentality is like. I gotta show what's up because, we're in America now, and this and that, and I gotta, represent, from Samoa, from my village, because that's all they know.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
It's just different worlds. You know what I'm saying?
It's different now, though. Now
Now it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it now. Even like the younger generation.
The internet changed everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The younger generation, there was a time where it was kind of like, you see it in the Samoan, you think, oh, here comes trouble. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'm from that generation. And some of the younger cats that come walking by, because I still work the door, and they got that whole, damn, it's like the love's back in them,
Yeah.
Samoan cat comes walking by. I don't even know this kid.
Yeah.
He's like, what's up, Wolves? What's up, man? How's it like in there? I was like, it's all right, is there cover? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, first time, I got you. Come on,
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm just passing by. I'm going to go to 7-Eleven. You want something? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he means it. You
Yeah.
know, that wasn't there before, and I'm just like, man, you just restored my faith in the younger generation. A lot of them are like that, man. It's like, there was a time when I thought, oh, they're just being
mean.
The warrior breed is gone. You guys are a bunch of sissies now and whine and cry. I think there's really no need for that. That warrior side anymore. You know what I mean? There's nobody's physically battling anymore.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody can just like really look out for each other, we don't need to fight amongst each other anymore.
Yeah,
it used to be a dominance thing out here. It's like,
there's walls, there's barriers being broken down.
Yeah,
the internet helped out a lot.
Yes,
because they get the internet in Samoan, and they keep up. It's not like back then when we grew up. Remember we always had that joke where we're like, oh yeah, they still listening to Billie Jean. That's the number one album out there, and it's already like 1993, 94.
Yeah,
but they bump in. They just got the new 1984 Billie Jean album. But now, the internet it breaks down a lot of barriers.
Yeah,
they just get everything like that. Communication. But so yeah, the podcast. Whenever you get your podcast going, let us know.
Oh yeah.
We're the first
we're gonna connect.
You're gonna be your first two.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
First two listeners. Us.
Jacob.
And then we'll spread the word. I want the community, the Polynesian, the Samoan community, to like start podcasts, man. Yeah. There's a couple podcasts like the one that I listened to when I was trying to get a feel for it. They're doing big.
Oh, the one in the Bay?
Yeah, For the Cultures.
Bay
Big
area.
shouts out to them. Yeah. You probably know them cats.
I do.
See? Yeah,
I know everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, your family's a big name out there.
I'm going in a couple of weeks, though.
Yeah.
Hey. No, I'm just kidding.
That's what's up.
To the Bay?
Yeah,
Right
just a weekend.
Nice.
Well,
It's always good to travel, to take a break.
We'll be down in LA in a couple weeks.
Yeah, in a couple of weeks. We're going
Cool.
down for
My
her dad's funeral.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're going to take that giant
Don't
down
worry, I'm
Condolences,
looking forward
sorry.
to 90-degree sunshine.
I don't know about the Bay, because, they be cold, too.
There's a heat wave down there right
Is it
now.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's like burning up.
Yeah.
I hope it's like that.
Prayers out to everybody down there, man.
Yeah.
Praying for you.
I'm packing my shorts and my flip-flops. I'm ready.
Until you get to the airport to come back, you're like, damn.
Yeah.
But the podcast for definitely
It'd be awesome.
that is going to be out the hook, Moose. When you get that going.
Yeah, let us know.
And if you need any help whatsoever, any questions, man, I got you. Just let me know. I think I'm an expert.
Podcast mentors.
Yeah, I think I can call myself an expert now because there's only like 2-3 podcasts. Samoan podcasts.
You're a pioneer, man. Back in the beginning, dude.
I'm just a co-star.
You got a wonderful co-star right here, okay? You guys
I
are
couldn't
the
do it.
bomb.
I couldn't do it without her. Like I told myself, I said, nah, I had to do it with my wife because this is the struggles that we've been through.
Right.
Yeah.
And we just
You're
want
telling your story.
we trying to spread our story and just share.
I can't even tell
We're
you
just
how
trying
long
to
it
share.
took him to get me on, and I was
Share
like, no.
information. That's all our podcast is about.
Yeah.
You guys' information. So beautiful.
Yes.
And when people,
Thank you
the
for
listeners
sharing.
right now, I'm pretty sure it's going to benefit a lot of people
Yeah.
by sharing your information.
Yeah, a lot of people go through. I didn't realize how many people go through the same thing.
He was like,
Till
they
you
got
meet
a lot
'em.
of listeners. And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Well, it's amazing
So-
because it's taboo. Just
Yeah.
like talking about finances, talking about palabras, talking
Right.
about
Yeah.
anything that has to do with that aspect. People in our culture, it's taboo.
So,
Yeah.
It's all
Well, no,
nga,
yeah.
nga uma me uma, do you know?
That's another piece of advice. Like, what's that thing? The Joneses. Keeping up with the Joneses.
keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah, man.
Keeping
Stop
up with the
fronting, man.
Kardashians.
Everybody just stop fronting, okay?
Yeah.
You look stupid.
You mean keeping up with the Kardashians right now?
Yeah. Straight up. When you guys are out there fronting,
Yeah.
we see you and you look stupid. Just
Yeah.
stop it. I'm not trying to be a hater right now. I'm just trying to be real.
It's just real talk.
I see it all the time. I'm like,
just real talk.
look at this dumbass. Like,
Yeah.
that's what you think we're like, oh, I wish I was that person.
Yeah.
No, we're like, look at this dumbass.
Yeah.
Just stop. It's when you're real, everybody loves you. I know that if you fronting out there, you notice you don't have any friends.
Yeah.
It's because you fronting, man. Ain't nobody like your ass.
Yeah.
But the real ones, just be you, man. Be you.
Be yourself.
Y'all had no idea I was going through any of this stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
not like everybody out there who knows who I am, but I'm saying.
Yeah, but I mean, but it's real. It's raw, and it's just
The saddest thing about it is the ones who are looking real foolish have no idea because they're non-educated.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're just
right.
keeping up with the Kardashians, what they see on TV, what their friends are showing them, what the people they hang around with. That's all they know.
Yeah.
So this podcast hopefully can break that barrier.
We're hoping it does.
If you're going home, and you know you're not there, man.
Not there, man.
It doesn't matter if you're fooling everybody.
Yeah.
Just if you're trying to pretend like you show everybody, fool us like you have money, it doesn't matter if you don't have any money.
Yeah.
Just
Don't
get your shit together, because later you're gonna learn. Just try to learn fast, early in life.
Tala had a story at Winkles. Winkles is a supermarket out here, and you said it cracked you up because there was two Usos that were there, and you could tell one just came from the Rock, and the other one been here, and they were conversating over buying something.
Yeah,
tell us that story right quick.
It was like late, late at night. So there's like barely anybody at the store, and I was telling Henry, I was in the aisle, where all the deodorants, and the shampoos. And so there was, you could tell because they were speaking both in Samoan, just straight from Samoa.
Yeah.
Well, but I could tell one was from here. I don't know how you could tell the difference, but I know when I could tell one's straight from the island and one's been here.
Yeah.
The only way you would know is the way they dress. You would know the way the American Samoa people dress and the ones from Samoa dress.
Well, they both came from work because they had on, the Amazon, the construction vest, the vest, right? And then they had the flip-flops on. Well, one had the flip-flops on, and I was like, okay.
That's Samoa.
Right?
It's already new.
You want to say it.
But I was telling Henry, I said, it was the American one, right? That was telling him the Samoan guy was like, Sole, this is brand. He's talking about brand. Was it deodorant? I couldn't remember. But he was talking about deodorant.
I think it's deodorant.
The deodorant.
Deodorant, yeah.
So he was talking about like the brand deodorant. And so the guy that's from here, from the mainland was like, ooh, se me como fie. The thing that's more, because he's lived here long enough to know, like, it's not about brand. But the Samoan guy was like, and they're really like hushing and talking about it. And I was telling her, I said,
so the guy from Samoa, he was like, no, I want to get that brand deodorant because that's the brand, that's the name,
right,
the brand.
The secret of the degree or
but
whatever the hell it was.
But the other Samoan guy was like, no, man, it's more Kangofia, get the cheaper one.
It's still the same. It's good. Just
because he said we don't have that money.
Yes.
Right? That's what he said.
Yeah, they didn't have it.
We don't have it. And then
I'm just like browsing there. I'm just like listening to the conversation. But I get it.
Right. And then what did the Samoan guy say? The one from the island?
He was like, yes, how he was like, yeah, okay. So he went with, because it's true.
Cheaper,
he didn't have the money.
So
because they still had to go get other stuff.
So that story right there was like, it hit. We were cracking up. We're like, oh, okay, that's some financial education right there.
Right.
Yeah,
the guy was like, I want the name brand, but it took a Uso to tell him, nah, bro, stay in your lane.
Right. right. Exactly.
Get what we can afford.
And let me tell you why you should stay in your lane.
But it was cool.
You don't have a choice.
They looked like they just came from work. They both had their vests, and they were at, and it's just, I think it was just like me, some other lady, and then them two, but they were like, shh, like really like trying to keep it low. So the whole time they thought I was white, probably, because I'm all looking at the stuff.
That's why.
And then I was just laughing at their conversation, which is why I told them.
And I thought that was
cool.
good. I thought that was a good story.
That was a great experience. Just to listen, like shout out to him.
Shout out to him. Shout out to you who said, nah, man, this is all we can afford.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
It's not about brand.
Real life.
Right. It's not.
Like you said.
You know it's not about brand. Let me tell you something.
Don't keep up with the Kardashians or the Joneses.
I will say this: before I had children, I was always about the name brand.
Yeah.
Now, like, I don't care if I go to Walmart or like a good, Goodwill, or I'd rather shop there, you know, and have.
She turned that way now. Yeah. And
he knows.
But I remember she used to hate everything I wear. I mean, I get it because I got no sense of style.
Yeah.
Nope.
I just don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like shopping I used to like shopping at Payless before they closed.
Mm-hmm.
I miss you, Payless. Been there
Shout out
since
to
the 90s.
Payless.
I've been with y'all since the 80s. Been with y'all since the 80s, like whatever. But you know, I go over there and I buy. They got the Airwalk versions of like Chucks and everything, and me,
The Airwalk versions of the Vans.
yeah.
I remember.
I was
Or
putting
the
them suckers on,
Converse.
and you know
I was
why?
a Payless shopper. I understand.
No, here's why I would wear those, because Vans won't fit my fat ass feet, but the Airwalks will.
The Airwalks, they're wider. Yeah,
They're
yeah,
wide
they
and they
were.
would fit. I wear them,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
and people are like, "Oh man, I like your new
Yeah.
I like their Airwalks."
Yeah.
You know how much I paid for these things? Like how much? $19.99.
Yeah.
Well, there's
And then, you know, go ahead.
there's a picture of a rich man. You know, the millionaires.
Yeah.
You guys know that picture I'm talking about?
I
Where
know.
his
It's the,
shirt, you know, $5,
Right.
slacks,
Yeah.
$5,
how much did he save?
shoes,
and
you
how
know,
much
$10. But you know, he's a millionaire.
Yeah.
Then you see the guy who's broke,
Yeah.
$100 for
Right.
you know
Some
the shirt,
Jordans.
What's the
$300
shoes?
for the jeans,
Yeah.
you know, whatever, $500 for the Yeezys,
Yeah. Oh man.
and then their wallet $0.
Zero.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Let me
Henry-
tell you. Okay.
Henry always tells me, he always tells me it's not about how much money you make.
Yeah,
It's how much
much you
money you
spend.
spend.
how much you
Yeah.
spend?
Yeah, man.
yeah.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
Straight up.
It was to buy these cheap shoes, right?
Yeah,
And nobody knows why. I could buy Jordans.
Yeah.
I don't want to. It
don't-
makes no sense to me in the
Yeah.
first place.
yeah,
But I buy the Airwalks because they fit my fat feet, right? And she would be like, you know, when you get on stage, you should dress nicer. She's right. She's
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
At least
Because
get
you
on
have a
stage.
brand to sell.
Yeah, that's your brand. That's your
You're
business.
selling something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know,
Your
you work at a
music.
warehouse, you wear a uniform.
yeah.
Before I was like, hell no, I ain't wearing that shit. I'm me. But
No, he says I'm raw slow.
yeah.
I'm too smooth to be
That was
embarrassed.
that was my old nickname from the White Rastas that I met in Seattle.
Yeah.
Shout out to the White Rastas. Bob Marley and Weed to you, man. Anyway, she would say, you need to get you some Jordans. And I hated Jordans for the longest, you know?
Well, it's
Not
hard
'cause-
for them to fit our feet.
Yeah, I don't fit Jordans.
Me neither. For some
And
reason, they're
the,
not
the
white.
biggest reason I hated Jordans is when I started working, bouncing at clubs and stuff.
Yeah.
And is because 90%, okay, people out there are going to argue with me, but I don't care what you say.
Yeah.
You know, I've been bouncing since 23,
Yeah.
and I'm 32 now. It's a long time.
We'll go with 32.
I'm still
We'll go
cracking up
32
at that he wants to
plus
stick
10.
at 32.
Plus 10.
Then I'm
What are you-
21.
Yeah. Been
41. No.
Been bouncing since I was 23. I'm
Yeah.
32 now, so that's 19 years of bouncing.
Yeah.
Pretty much 19 years of bouncing.
No,
when it
they
comes to
add up,
Jordan-
Lima.
Yeah, that ain't 19. That's like 10. But keep going.
They don't get it. I'm getting those, you know.
I get
math,
it,
you
I get it.
Okay, I get it. People, 90% of people that I would run into wearing Jordans
Can you close that window? Thanks, man.
never have money.
Yeah.
Never.
So it was always the shoe to front. To me, it's like, oh, here's fool wearing Jordans. He ain't got no money, right?
Yeah.
And I
most
would
of the
literally
time,
just
yeah.
like
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
You know, it's not true. That's just my experience.
Well,
So I hated Jordans forever. If you wore Jordans, I used to be like, you're broke.
yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
So she would say, you need to wear some Jordans. I don't wear broke people shoes.
Yeah.
It's not true. That's just my. That was my perception of them. So I hated Jordans
but
all my life.
in reality, that's how the American structure was based.
Yeah.
Where first came out the Adidas, because when rap came out in the hip hop game, Run
Yeah,
DMC
everybody
came
had
out.
them.
Yeah.
Run DMC was the first rap, group that pushed out the clothes.
Right.
Nike
So-
wasn't hitting in the early
Yeah.
80s.
So when
Not
you
till
know,
Jordan came.
yeah.
Go ahead,
So
go ahead.
everybody who's in the hood, you're listening to the rap shit. You're broke because you're in the hood. We all been there.
Yeah.
You don't have no money, but when you see Run DMC pumping out the Adidas, Mom, Dad, I gotta get me some Adidas. Then the J's came out. He's still in the hood. Mom, Dad, I need some J's. And that mindset is stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely right. There's nothing wrong with it. That's just how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's
Nike.
fucked up.
Nike is huge.
But
now.
now there are
Huge.
people who have money, who can just afford them. That just wear them. But when we grew up, that's how it was.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I used to
Yeah.
cry.
Like we know you fronting.
Yeah.
You're just trying to cover up and you're just keeping up with the Joneses, keeping up with the Kardashians.
Not only that was the most you could do. That was the most you could do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna be broke, but I'm gonna do what I can. At least look good when I'm out here. You know. As a kid,
It's true.
it seems like once in your 20s,
It's
for a
all
lot of
about
people,
your
it became the
appearance.
car. Now the car is that piece of property that you're gonna front in front of people.
And it's sad but true, but it's still like that today.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, everything is. It's still
Unless-
on that stereotype.
Yeah.
That whole structure.
That's why I said it's keeping up with the Kardashians. When we grew up, it was keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
And there's I don't know if you guys know the history about where they came from. In the East Coast, they were like the millionaires back in the day. The Joneses.
Oh yeah, the Joneses. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what happened recently?
They went bankrupt.
They went bankrupt.
Yeah.
Like they had to sell all their property or whatever shit like that. So it's kind of like, you keep up with the Joneses, you can get fucked up.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's the
The
Kardashians.
Kardashians.
Because they got that show keeping up with the Kardashians. So it's like, all right, you're trying to keep up with the Kardashians. Well, fuck it, you guys going to end up broke.
Right. For real.
Just
All that
because-
makeup, that's
Yeah.
just too much.
Yeah,
It's just
So-
show.
I
walked
go
up-
to Walmart
There
or
you
the
go.
Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, I walked with him. I forgot where we were. We were somewhere and we went into a Coach store.
Yeah.
Okay, I will never in my life buy a $200 purse or whatever it is. It just doesn't make sense to me. But that's because my husband's taught me frugal mindset.
Yeah.
So if it's not on sale,
But
and sale
Soci had that look like she had a couple of $200 bags already.
No, she's like, well, when it comes to purse.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to purses, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But now the clothes, that's, I'll go with Walmart and, the
I-
Dollar Tree. But the purse and the glasses, no.
But I got that covered. There's this website for his company in Korea.
There you go.
Boom.
There you go.
I get you
whatever
3
it
purses.
works.
Yeah. We'll get you a
Whatever works.
roach.
Get you a goach.
A doach.
You want goach?
Yeah,
You want
Whatever.
Doochie? You want Doochie?
You want a Rui Vuitton? I
You
got
should
you,
have
baby.
seen Henry's face when he looked at because he was like, "Oh, okay, you're getting you a purse." This was at the outlet.
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, I'm just looking." And then he just looked up and he goes and grabs the price tag. He flips it. The first one's like what, almost like $300. He's like, "What the fuck?"
So what the
And
fuck?
it's the
Let's
small
get
bag.
The fuck up out of
Yeah.
that damn store.
We got to get
It's
out
the
of here right now.
crossover, and I was
You know what you do?
cracking up. I just wanted to
Just
see
make a
his
scene
face.
so they kick you out of the store.
And you know what? It wasn't even on sale.
You guys need to leave now. I'm just trying to buy a purse for my baby.
It was just I just wanted to see the expression on his face at what a purse cost.
Oh, yeah.
A Coach person. He was just like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, you haven't been to Louis Vuitton, Prada? Oh, she's going to have a blast.
Right.
I at my age now, it's funny because like on the podcast, like I tell people like I preach how I grew up poor, and I never noticed it until I'm like my age now, like all the music videos now and everything, and even all the like NFL players, like they'll hop on a plane, they got millions of dollars, they got all these Louis Vuitton bags and everything. They're broke.
Yep.
Like 2 years is the average of an NFL player. And it's sad but true. And this I ain't nothing against them, but just seeing like it still happens today.
Yeah.
Like even the millionaires who have money,
Yeah.
they don't have the mindset of financial education, and they just buy everything. So that $1 million check,
Yeah.
they spend that $1 million, and it like I'm watching these people, they're just young men in the NFL hopping on they got the Gucci bags, like
Right.
yeah, we're about to go travel here, play this game. Like for what, man? Like, and then you have 2 years max,
by.
you'll be gone.
Right.
And then what? What are you gonna do with it?
I mean, I hear about
think
some
above
pawning
that-
their Super Bowl rings or pawning,
Right, yeah.
rings.
It's crazy.
It's pretty bad.
It's really bad.
I think above that, not even it's more than just a financial thing. I think
It's an
it's
addiction.
it's an insecurity thing. It's that thinking.
Yeah.
You worried about what other people think.
Well,
Yeah.
That's one thing I've
That's true.
hardly ever been worried
There it
about.
is.
man.
Reputation.
But
I only care about what So, a lot of people care what other people think, right?
Now,
I don't give a damn what you think unless I care about you.
Right.
And I know you care about me. Then I care what you like. I care what you think of me.
Yeah.
I care what you think of me. You know, your neighbor over there. I don't care that dude thinks I'm a serial killer. I don't know who that is. You don't know me. I don't, like, go away.
it's sad but true. It's in human nature.
The one person I would
It's
say,
messed up.
or would give an example of, Michael Jackson. Now God rest his soul.
Well,
Like, he had it all, and then he spent a lot of money, and then until he passed away is when he started making more money.
Well, Michael Jackson is, to me, one of
But he had to sell
not mental
his stuff.
illness, but
He had
he was
insecurities.
Michael Jackson. You know, he was not a human being. He's a human being, but he's
Not all there.
no.
if you look at his life and look at the way he looked when he passed away. If you looked like that, any of you, did you see what he looked like? He looked like Schmeagol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's so messed up from all the surgeries. Would you take all of Michael Jackson's money if they said you have to look like Schmeagol?
There's a lot of mental issues,
Yeah.
Yeah,
no doubt.
So everybody thinks, oh
Mental,
man, I say, you
you know.
don't know what it's like to be Michael. I would never want to be Michael.
Yeah.
I mean, he said so himself. Like, he's not Michael Jackson. He's Peter Pan. What I don't know what the hell that means, but
Yeah.
he had a lot of financial problems within the years.
Yeah.
Well, he's Michael Jackson.
That's a whole nother level. I don't think the grown
Yeah.
Samoan can ever
Yeah,
touch.
man.
Now
Sorry,
The Rock, yes, The Rock. He's
I went off on a
Samoan.
tangent
We
there.
can touch on the Rock's level because he was poor, broke.
Yeah.
He has his new a business. I think it's called $7 because that's how much he had in his when he was down at the rock bottom. He had $7 in his pocket.
Right.
That's tight. It's a reminder for him.
Right.
Like, yeah,
Shout
man.
out to The Rock,
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson. Like,
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
Big shout out to the Rock. The
Yeah. I mean, you know, but, you know, the mind is a big thing with me. It's like, if you don't really believe, it's
yeah.
if you don't believe in yourself, you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna make it. You have to believe in yourself. You gotta have that confidence, or at least the know-how. You know, like
This
you ever see you guys ever watch The Secret or read the book The Secret?
No, I heard about it though. I don't think I've ever.
Yeah,
Secret?
Netflix called The Secret.
Yeah, there's a big time book. Also, a movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So the show is pretty much the book being read out
Yeah,
loud.
it's a book.
So it's
Yeah.
easier and faster to take it in. But in there, it's just was it The Rock?
The Rock was in it.
Yeah, I forgot where I was going. But anyway, it's just the power of positive thought.
Yeah.
And it's just pretty much you will everything into existence. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like a simple question of how you can do things. So Henry and Tala, if I asked you next Friday, you think you could come up with $20 that I could have by next Friday?
Yeah.
I could come here and collect $20 from each of you, right? Because I could do that. That's simple. I know I could do that. I could do it now, right?
What you want? It's okay.
Now, if I asked you this, by next Friday, do you think you could come up with $1 million to give me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no?
No.
No.
Yeah.
And that's why you will never get $1 million by next Friday.
Yeah.
Because you don't believe it.
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
secret is telling you is you have to break down those walls of belief of what you can and can't do.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So someone like The Rock, that dude said, I'm going to be the biggest star in the world.
Yeah.
Believed it and knew it. How can most people can't tell themselves that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you literally cannot tell yourself that.
Yeah.
Like, you could be the next Rock within 5 years.
Yeah.
But do you really believe that?
especially Polynesians.
We don't. And no matter how hard we try, we can't.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the walls that have been built over years. And the secret is just telling you, once you break those walls down, it's going to come to you automatic.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the way the universe works.
That's true. Yeah.
It comes to you. It's not. Everything is energy, and what you think of, what you concentrate on, is how it becomes reality. And I'm not talking about because now my thoughts are going this way.
No,
It's
just
because
in
it
general.
forms.
I read a motivational. I was watching a motivational video about that.
Yeah.
The universe has it's just a form of positivity. You create the positive.
Yeah.
the positive will always work its way back to you.
Yeah.
If you believe and if you just let it flow. And I was like, okay.
They pretty much tell us we control everything.
You control it.
Yeah.
You just have to believe and not be. You're the one who sets the limits on yourself.
Yeah.
That's what it tells you. It's like you're the one that's limiting yourself. If you don't limit yourself and you believe in what anything, you can be anything.
Yeah.
And you believe that and you follow that path, that will all work its way in the universe back to you.
Mm-hmm. Or you speak it into existence.
And you have to train yourself. It's more than speaking. It's more than speaking, though.
Yeah, it's thinking, it's your thoughts, it's your inner being.
Yeah.
It's your positive outlook when you wake up, and you don't have to say nothing. You just have to. I can't remember the lady, but it's a motivational video, and I watched it one day, and I just was like, "Well, that is crazy."
Did you read that book?
Yeah, I read it. And to me,
the author's name?
Oh man, I forgot the author's name.
Is it a lady though?
But you ever hear that book? It's a lady that wrote it.
Yeah.
You ever hear that book, Chicken Soup for the Soul or something?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. He heard of the secret.
Remember that.
Yeah, he heard of the secret,
I used to read
and that's why he wrote that book.
Yeah.
And he said, next year I want to make $100,000 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up, everything just worked out his way, and he wrote this book. And the next year he got a check written out to him for $100,000 I said?
Yeah.
99,000, whatever it is, just short of 100,000. He said, wow, it worked.
Yeah.
He said, well, now I want to check for $1 million.
Well, yeah.
Or that was the first book. Now I want to check for $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
And then he wrote Chicken Soul Soup, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he got his check for $7 million or so, whatever it was, But he is a product of the secret. He used that, and it led him to writing that book. So, and I tried it, and even that it works.
Mm-hmm.
But it only works if you truly believe.
Yeah.
If life is bad around you,
believe.
it's hard to believe
Yeah.
you're gonna make it or you're gonna get anything.
Yeah.
So that's why they say, position yourself to where you're in a good situation. The better your situation, the easier it is for you to be optimistic and believe.
Yeah.
So,
I think I haven't read the book, but I always hear a lot about it, and there's good reviews. There's different reviews, and to me, it's. I think if it's positive and it works, then it's good. It's good for anybody, if it can push out good vibes and everything. I have to read it, first in order for me to even comment on it. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing I do love, and like I talked about on this podcast when the first episode was taking action.
Yeah.
And I believe that's like somewhat of believing and just breaking down barriers and just, like don't let fear and self-doubt destroy, your power and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You just gotta believe in yourself and do it. But I definitely need to read that book and stuff. But yeah, I hear you, those.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of listeners that read the book that can feel what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah.
The bad reviews are gonna come from people.
Yeah.
If you don't agree with the book, it's because that's a method that you just won't. Some people can obtain it by just saying, "No, it's all hard work," which is true. But you believe hard work is what you need to get it, so that's why it works for you.
Yeah.
It's just pretty much telling you whatever you believe in, whatever you focus on, that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
If you sit there and believe I'm never gonna make it, and you focus on failing, that's what you get. Yeah. That's what you asked for.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things. For me, your mental state is a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Good mental state, and if you're open to learning what you guys are teaching, you end up in a good spot. So those of you out there, open yourselves up to more than what you know. Because the older we get, the older I get, the more I realize how much I don't know. And there's a lot of shit I don't know, man. That was a hard reality to accept right there.
Still to today.
I thought I was smart.
That humbles me every day. I still don't know nothing. That's how I keep telling myself. I tell people too. I tell everybody on the podcast. I don't know nothing.
Yeah.
Because I had to learn the hard way, just like you. When I thought I knew everything, here comes some 19-year-old fucking kid at work telling me, "You don't fucking give a credit card to your son." And I'm fucking 30-something years old at the time, and I'm like, "What the hell?" Like, goddamn, I got humbled by a 19-year-old kid, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, at this time, we're just having fun right here, you know.
I know.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Gang of tangents. Sorry about that. Sorry.
We're gonna read the comment of the day, and with that comment, we're just gonna feed on a little bit off of that, and then we'll do the health tip of the day, and then we'll probably finish it after that. Y'all, we going on 3 hours now.
Oh,
Are we
no.
really? Wow.
This is some Joe Rogan shit. No, look. I listen to Joe Rogan. I love his podcast, and he can go on 2-3 hours with people, and you wouldn't even realize it. Right. Just because there's so much they can talk about.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why we're in 3 hours. Ain't nothing wrong with it. People, Samoan people, this fucking 3 hours ain't shit compared to the 3 million hours you need to hear. So please, you need to listen to this over and over and over again. Straight up. Yeah. No, real talk. Like Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Love that podcast. And he go on and on. A lot of the times the people they make it quick is because they're all, famous people. They go in, they gotta hurry up and get out. Mm-hmm. And he be telling them, you gotta leave? Oh, you fuckers, You know, but the people who Joe do Rogan's have time, like this, we have time.
Yeah. Plus it's
people
nice,
right now.
We're our first married couple, so getting experiences or getting more talk about.
Look how exciting this is. 3 hours.
Oh,
we can go on. We can go on for another 3.
I was like,
pick a calling.
Okay.
We can go on for another 3.
Just beginning.
I thought we were still in the hour. I was like, hey, man.
No, I really thought it was still the beginning of the hour. I was like, oh.
You know what? You know what? That's how I knew this was going to be off the hook. I bullshit you not. The first podcast.
Yeah.
I was excited. And she didn't know, because we never did it before. She never did it. I never did it. The 2 guests we had on, who do we have? Paulo.
So my older sisters.
They never did it.
Yeah, they were.
But at the time, I'm listening to podcasts constantly, over and over, cracking up, and I'm just like the giddy one, like, oh, this is gonna be cracking. And then we put the headsets on just like now, and right when we heard, hey, what's going on? Oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
Right? Next thing you know, we're going and going.
Yeah, we're just talking about everything and anything.
Right.
Yeah.
But the first podcast, we're just fucking everywhere, right? And then we're like, she was giving me that look like, what the hell is this shit over here?
Because he gave me an agenda. My husband goes, this is what we're going to talk about. This is what we're going to do. And I'm like,
he didn't even stick to it.
I had to get him back on track.
I was just trying to cram from like 2 years into one podcast. Just like, but like today,
we're learning.
Yeah.
This is what's up. That's why I'm asking you, dude, when you do your podcast, let me know.
Yeah, dude, this is gonna be.
You're gonna have amazing podcasts, Zeus. I already know.
It's gonna be a good time.
You are gonna be having some great ones, Zeus.
Yeah, you can come in non-PC, just speak your mind, man. Don't be afraid anymore. It's 2000. Well, let's call it 2020. We say what we want again.
Yeah, man.
That's what I should call it.
2020.
Man.
We say what we want again.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like, we're not here to offend anybody. We're just here to be real.
That's what it's about. It's real, it's raw, there's no filters.
Yeah.
Our podcast,
you are.
just motherfucking.
That's what, man, you know what? That's the reason, like,
some real shit, yo.
It's like I almost don't want to talk to nobody. I listen to podcasts all day long because a lot of them, they're allowed to say what you want.
Yeah.
I'm working at the clubs, right?
Yeah.
And you get out here and you got people that'll say, what did he look like? It's a black guy, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to say black. They don't want to. He was taller, wearing white pants. I said, what was he?
He was tall, dark, and handsome.
Yeah, he was like, well, he wasn't Caucasian. I'm like, what was he? He's like, he could have been Jamaican, or I said, it was a black dude. Yeah, I said, well, I need to know. Now it's too late. Well, yeah, they had like 5 of them already leave. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah.
He's like, well, yeah, he was one of them. I'm like,
oh, you mean at the club?
yeah, I was like, because everybody is, especially Tacoma,
they're all PC.
they want to be all super PC and like you have to
it means
know
politically correct.
Yeah, you have to know the exact way.
Yeah, politically correct. So everything that you use, if you work in an office environment, you have to be politically correct about everything.
Like, don't be offended, man. It's just Gotta be real. Gotta be cool. Just be respectful.
If you don't want to say
be
black,
respectful.
say African American.
Yeah.
Very simple. If you don't want to say white, say Caucasian.
I ain't never heard a black person say African American.
If you want to say black, say black. If you want to say white, say white.
Yeah.
I've
never heard a black dude say.
You just like you
well,
said. You know?
for those
You better
that are
call me African American.
that are overthinking the politically correct thingy, that's the simplest way to tell them. Caucasian.
Here's my
African
non-PC.
American.
Is all this stuff was invented by white folks that ain't got enough shit to do in a day. Because there ain't no black people saying you need to call us African American. It's the white people saying you need to call the black folks African American.
Here's my thing.
We don't want to offend them.
Here's my PC definition. You just scared. Stop being scared, people. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Fear. It's just fear. Like, what if I do? What if I just?
I heard this one dude say, when they're asking me about Samoan or Tongan or Hawaiian, one dude said, you can't call him that. You have to call him Polynesian. And I just said, he goes, why would I do that? He goes, you have to call them Polynesians, man. He said, oh, it's because they get mad when you mistake someone for a Tongan. He goes, no, because it doesn't matter which one they are. You have to call them Polynesian. You know what I said? I said, get your ass out of my line with your political bullshit. And he was like, oh, did I offend you? I said, dude, man, it's okay. Bro, I'm Samoan, okay? And he goes, yeah, man, I got Samoan homeboys. And I said, you don't have to call us Polynesians, man. It's like, it's okay to ask somebody if they're Samoan or Tongan.
Yeah.
You want to find out, right?
Yeah.
I said, don't kill that, man. You just, next thing you know, we can't call boys and girls girls. Like, no.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, we can't.
They're beings. Really? You can't do that in the
In this
workplace?
day and age?
Oh my God, are you serious? I was just joking about that.
Well, it's
No,
real now.
it's real.
Well, y'all
now.
kiss my ass on the Ooh Skywalker podcast.
Yeah.
It's gonna be boys or girls,
Sorry, we.
hermaphrodites, whatever you want to be. But
It's
I
a
want to.
whole different story now.
I did not know. I was just joking.
well, to me, it's like it's simple. Yeah, like I said, it's just
How am I going through this?
Fear.
I'm only 32. It's crazy.
like people who are like scared to
I'm
call
sorry.
like people black, white, gays. Like people like say you can't even call
You've got the
people like
LGBTQ, kind of
yeah.
thing going on right now. So it's kind of.
when it comes to anything in our Samoan culture, we just stick to our roots. We don't care. We're not
There's-
scared. We're just
there's
like say what we want to say
Yeah.
because what's gonna happen to us? What you gonna do to us? You know?
Well,
Yeah, I don't know.
that's-
How is it in
we
Samoa,
only
babe?
have
What?
two terms.
Because like in
There's only
Samoa,
fafa fingers and then there's mala.
Yeah.
There's not really much.
yeah, are they like Because to me, every family member, every so we got a family member that's fafa finger, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're great. They're
Oh,
entertaining.
they're awesome.
Yeah.
They don't give a
They're-
damn what they
they're
say.
Fun.
Yeah.
They're
Well, they
so
just
fun.
usually say this. Oh, that's my fafa son. That's how they say it. They don't. There's no other way
But
to
I'm
say
saying,
it.
like in Samoa, is it like accepted? Like out here, it's
Oh.
accepted.
Oh,
We're fine.
oh,
It's
yeah.
like, oh
Oh,
yeah, that's
yeah.
my
I
old mala.
mean, the family like didn't expect it to be like that. You know, of course, like for example, a man who turns to a woman, that they didn't expect that. You know what I mean? Like
It's actually
they had dreams for them to be a man and have children, and
Yeah.
then
it's very accepted though.
yeah.
In our culture, we're very good with it.
Yeah, it seems like so they're accepted, so we don't need like weird technical terms when it comes to.
No, not in
Polys,
Samoa.
you
No,
know?
not Samoan.
No, because
people.
That's just an American
you
thing.
can be a fafa, you can be a guy and be a fafa finge, but you can be straight, but you're femi, but you're still fafa.
Yeah.
Or then you cross over and you become a mala, which is a fafa finge, which you are femi, but you're also gay or a lesbian. That's
Yeah.
that's the differences between the terms of fafa finge
No, well-
and mala. So.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like
What you're trying
it's
to say?
it's just normal. That's just
It
my
is. It
that's
is.
my
It's
fafa brother, right?
accepting,
Yeah.
But
It's
my fafa
accepting.
brother isn't running around Samoa saying
Yeah.
you need to
They're-
identify me as a
No,
woman.
I know.
No.
That's what
It's
you're
just-
trying
yeah.
to say is it PC in Samoa?
No.
Is it
No,
crazy
it's
like
not.
that? No, yeah.
It's not.
I'm
See,
saying-
I think you've been around too many PC people, bro. You need to
I'm
get
just
that
saying,
out of
like-
your brain. Hey, Oos, you are Samoan. that PC stuff, just like you said, it was invented by the Palangi people because they have no time, man. And that's exactly what it is, man.
There
it's
is
like all that PC stuff.
That
to
could
me,
be a lot of truth to it. It just seems that way, but it's funny.
There's no politically correct term in the Samoan culture. We accept it for whatever it is, whether it's Fafa, Mala, whatever.
Because I'm that way too. Like I got nothing against them. One of our best friends is Mala, and
oh my god.
So when I got people telling me I have to treat them this, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Leave that to the Palangi people and their Palangi Fafas because that's all
our
their
family. Like that's all good.
Right.
Like that's why it's cool we talking about this because it's all about our people. And how they can relate to what we're saying. Palangi people and their PC stuff.
Yeah, that's just insane.
We just leave it to them. They do what they want to
do. They've expanded this category, really. Yeah. They have so many different ways to categorize somebody who is femme or somebody who is gay or a lesbian or transsexual, whatever it is. They've got so many boxes. While to us, it doesn't matter.
You're human.
It doesn't matter. Because we love them no matter what.
You are my brother or you are my sister. They don't look at you any different.
Yeah. And you can be a shim, you can be a whatever.
Yeah, like you're talking about, one time we heard my cousin, blah, 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 he's a fafa.
Yeah,
and it's
but that's
like
my
nothing.
cousin. That's my,
That's like telling my other cousin that my other guy cousin. And then you got these we need to be treated this way. You need to treat them that way.
And that's one thing I love about us Polynesians, Samoans, is because we don't identify different. You know what I mean? Like, everybody is the same.
Yeah. I mean, if it's my cousin that's a guy, so to me, it's always a him. But if my cousin says, I'm femme, I'm a girl.
Yeah.
Then they'll be like, okay, that's my sister.
Right.
Then you identify with whatever they want you to identify with.
Whatever they're comfortable with.
Or what Law's trying to say is our people don't get offended. If you're a Fafa Finget, you don't get offended like Palangis do. Oh, you need to call me this. You need to, it's like, no, our people, we don't really get offended. Even like us. No, you don't need to call me Polynesian. Call me Samoan.
Well, here, I have an example.
Only that's...
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have an example. Remember when I called my own cousin? Oh, that's so-and-so's brother, but it's not a brother. That's...
Yeah, sister.
See? Yeah. And did he react a certain way? He was just cool, right?
Yeah,
there you go. That's an example.
Penny made a joke. Penny was like, sister, you got it wrong. We all laughed,
Yeah. I was like, that's the sister,
Well, and then we forget because you got to remember, if we grew up with them knowing that they've always been a boy and they want to be a girl, well, I'd be like, okay, sorry, love, I forget sometimes.
Yeah.
Because,
so weird.
But they make jokes. They'd be like, hello.
Yeah.
And I love it. I totally love it. They're great fun.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, just growing up, there's always one around. It was never a thing to me,
Yeah.
And then now it's like, it's a big thing, and I'm like, where's this coming from? Like, what happened here?
Maybe in a different
And they're telling me, there's certain things I'll say, you can't say that. And what did I say?
It's a lot different now.
So, working the door, we got ladies' night. Ladies are free. Guys, you're paying a cover, right? That's just an industry thing. Where girls go, guys follow. Mm-hmm. You're going to make money. It doesn't matter. So this guy comes up, and they're college-looking kids. I was like, how much is the cover? I'm like, you ladies are free. Guys are $10. Well, that's sexist. That's discrimination. I was like, ladies are free, guys are $10. Like, I'm not even polite about it anymore, And he goes, what if I identify as a woman? Like, you're paying $10, okay? If you're gonna go in there, well, I identify as a woman. I don't give a shit, man. You don't live your life as a woman, okay? Do you live your life as a woman? He was like, that doesn't matter because I identify. I said, see, that's the system you guys are abusing.
Yeah.
And I'm a guy who don't give a shit.
No.
I said, you are not $10 or you're not going in. He was like, and now the girls are defending him. If he says it, you have to abide by it. I said, oh, do I? So what do I have? What do we want here? She was like, it's an equality thing. I said, equality. Okay, well then everybody's paying $10, even the bitches, right? So I'm taking it to the next level. Even the bitches, and they're like, you can't call us that. I'm like, hey, you want to abuse the system? So am I. Because you know what? There's nothing you can do. You can't sue me.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and write a bad review about this place. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
You want the reality of what's going on? I said, for this system to work, it has to work. You have to respect what it really is, okay?
Yeah.
For you to come up and say, I identify as a... You're fucking over the real people who do identify as a woman.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I said, if you come over here and you look to me like you live your life as a woman, I know you're a dude. You're going in free.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, if you came in, you know, whatever it is.
Yeah, because it's real. I know who you are. You know what I mean? But you're just a douchebag.
Who
You're
don't
not
want to
gay.
pay $10 for a cover.
And you thought your little PC stuff was going to work. And so I said, you know what? All y'all get the fuck out of my line. And then they were like, they're so demented in their head. You know what they called me? A terrorist. Because
Damn,
I didn't support the American way or whatever. And I was like, you really believe that? I said, that's how messed up that everybody's becoming? That's how you youngsters are thinking now? Terrorist?
Wow.
I said, that's weird. I said, all right, well, you assholes don't come back here again. And they're just like, fuck this place. We're going to report this. They're just saying all this stuff. And then I just kind of sat there like, wow. What are they learning in college these days?
Yeah, like you said, kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're talking about an era who, like, grew up with a cell phone in their hand.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That
What do they
all the shit that their PC bullshit
Yeah.
is all this shit they see on social media.
Yeah. Or the
It's
internet.
the internet, social media is fed to them.
Yeah.
They're not getting the real talks about, look,
Yeah.
Life.
you know, this is how it really is. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
and
some of that stuff is for good,
Yeah.
but some is just abused and it's gone too far.
Yeah, of course, it's being abused too far. But the people who's really, like, you know, into all that are the people who've never been through the struggle.
Yeah.
They haven't been like you, like me, like us.
Have you guys ever gone to a protest?
No.
Not since I lived in Long Beach, California.
Well, that's a definite.
I don't know why I'm bringing this
Where are we going with
because my bosses at work, they told me one time, he said, I don't know, with all this protesting and all this stuff, you know why I never protested? It's like, why? I go, I was too busy working, and I just started dying. I was like, it does seem like all these causes are done by people who ain't got a job or just, I don't know, man. Okay, we're going down a stupid path here.
We're gonna read the comment.
So I'm gonna read the comment.
We're gonna read the comment. Law's excited like I was on my first podcast.
Yes.
I don't know what the hell I'm talking about anymore.
Law reminds me of Henry because they're all
No,
over.
you have a lot to talk about.
Yes.
That's the thing.
And
like
you
my
can't fit it all in
experience.
one podcast.
Oh, that's why I need somebody with me because my
know.
mind is like.
No. It's yeah.
No. We just can't fit
That's someone.
so much.
That's
in
someone
one
that's gonna be
podcast.
with you. Is right there,
Right
sitting
there.
next to you.
I know.
But
If
like,
she's not around, I'll be like just talking about everything.
yeah. But this I love it because that's what on my podcast, the commercials is encouraging people to start their own podcast.
Yeah.
Well, Anchor. And now when you told me you want to do your own, I was like, fuck yeah, do that shit. You got so much to say. Who's all those stories that you have that you're ready to get into, man, those are podcasts after podcasts after podcast, and I love it. I'm just telling you right now, I'm cracking up because
Yeah, right?
because you remind me of me on my first one. And yeah, but zoning into what you want to, make it about. But if it's just shooting the shit, fuck it, it's just shooting the shit.
Yeah, man. So
I'm gonna be on there shooting the shit.
My shit ain't gonna make no sense.
And it's
Like,
and
what the
people are
hell
gonna
It's gonna
love
make
it.
about-
sense to somebody.
Yeah, right?
Exactly, it's gonna make some sense to a lot of people. Trust me. So this comment, we're gonna read this comment, and Tala, she does all the comments, so she's gonna read it.
I don't. It's my husband wants me to. He leads, I follow.
That's good. That's
Part
a
of the
good
marriage, right? So this one is from Ooh Skywalker.
Ooh, shout out to Ooh
Shout out to Ooh Skywalker.
So the subject is great podcast. Loving what you guys are doing. Your personalities are key to this pod's success. Coming from the same culture makes it easy for polys to relate, and your humor keeps us engaged. That would be my husband. There is a feeling of comfort that comes from the fact that you've been through the same financial falls as most of us. That gives people more of a willingness to learn and take in what you all are teaching us. At the time of writing this review, I'm all caught up on the episodes, but the one about the pillars resonated best with me. Again, love the show and thank you.
Yeah, that was on.
Appreciate you.
And that was on iTunes.
iTunes, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. How many? What was the rating you got on it? 5 stars.
Lima.
5 stars.
I like 5 stars, Ben.
Yeah. God bless all of you.
So that review was from iTunes, and that was from my guy right here, sitting right here live in person, Oos Skywalker. And shout outs to his lovely wife, Soci.
Oh,
Yes.
Thank
We
you
love
guys.
that comment. We thank you guys so
We
much.
appreciate you guys for being the first married couple besides us on this.
And it said here, at the time writing this review, I'm all caught up on the episodes, but the one about the pillars resonated best with me.
The pillars of credit.
So let's talk a little bit about that before we end.
Hey, yeah. Well, I can't remember everything about it, but
how
the one thing I really wanted, because because my boss was using it, and I was like, is when he does the same thing you guys are talking about, and he was trying to tell me at one time, and I was just kind of like, is the using the cards. He uses one card to buy everything in the shop, and because he uses that credit card, he has these mega points. And he flies for free. You know, he anytime we want to fly, we get like maybe 1-2 flights. We could go a year on him just because of those. He's like, if I got the points, you're going. You know.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I can get this, and he's like, this is what you need to get on, and you know, it really. But you guys are hitting on that.
Yeah.
You know, and just hearing about and what you do is if you pay this before this closeout, you still got your balance. I was just like, I like that.
Be
You know,
very
that's the hustle right there.
about that.
Good tips, bro.
Yeah, and that's all the stuff that, like me, man. When it comes to crunching numbers and that kind of stuff, I love it. You know. I just can't do it because somebody's messing up my numbers.
Hopefully that
sis will
the podcast will help you guys out.
Yeah.
You know
Anytime there's something new to learn, you know, she's always on board.
And pillars of good credit. That was our episode number 5.
Yeah, listen and tune into that one.
Yeah,
Guys,
so people.
I had fun with that one.
Dig into that if you want to, and we're gonna have more episodes about like the financial part of credit. Even about
Well, I know that somebody was requesting that we talk about so we know that there's getting out of debt, but like how to get out of debt.
Oh, that's gonna be one of our other ones.
Let me tell you how to get out of debt. Stop eating out.
There you go.
Eating out will destroy your income.
Yeah.
That'll help.
But it's
That's
I'm just joking. I'm sorry.
No. That's actually one of the
bro. Let me tell you.
pillars.
You know the app I bank at US Bank, and every month it shows me a graph where your money's being spent.
A lot of it is
And it's just like phone bill, dining out. I'm like,
I have What can I you know, like people hook up with you, if you wanted to, email address,
every social outlet.
Just know the wife.
And your phone number is
right there. That's
It's been amazing sitting here chopping it up, shooting shizzles.
Awesome.
The stories that you guys had. It's gonna hear a lot of people. Always
we got friends again. Working on them.
for you.
It's our 4-year-old. We tell them how you tell all your day with it.
Right. It's time to play.
Yeah.
I get a conversation with a 7-year-old, and the ones that are adults.
Definitely, bro. Just keep doing those. Like Skywalker. Don't put that on the show notes. Man, I love it. You promoting is I think it's going to be a big freaking thing for parties out here in community news.
Oh yeah. There's others, man. There's a lot of this.
You're the hard person. I know that you're gonna just blow up big time. You
I know.
Is there any last words? Well, I'm gonna make sure all context. And any last words? You guys to the viewers.
Just to my Polynesian people. I'm looking for one another. Just we're supposed to stand together. Let's do that. 2020. Let's be better. That's it.
Let's be better, y'all. Yeah.
We're ready.
Yeah. Let's be better. Fuck that PC shit. And yo.
It's black or it's white. It don't matter.
Don't call me, something. Anyways, thank you guys for coming. I love you guys. Big shout out to you. I'll see you. Soci. Podcast. If you didn't already go to the first episode, and subscribe. And other good stuff that iTunes, YouTube, Peace out, guys. Bye.
Fasten.